You know, those Fridays, they genuinely do hit differently. But those Black Fridays, oh my goodness, man, cold as ice. The silence was speaking volumes. We had new members in the group. They were fucking starstruck. They didn't even know what to say. Some of them were saying, dude, is it really this easy? Do you understand the game plan I gave you to make money a day before the market opened? I told you to buy SPY call options at 599.50 if we gap up. And in the game plan, I said, you're going to want to hold these SPY call options because the market is likely going to have a strong bullish closing trend day. For those of you who listened to my game plan, you would have been buying call options at the exact lows of day, which is going to make you a lot more money than a coupon code will ever save you. With that being said, for those of you who followed the game plan, you held the call options and you ended up selling your position once that first bearish red 30-minute candlestick confirmation ended up forming towards the high of day. You should have made a phenomenal profit, man. With that being said, let's get straight into the game plan, man. So inside of Team Roar, I saw some testimonials, man. We had one member make over 5 figures. We had another member say, just made $500 in terms of what that adds up to in terms of the next 252 trading days. They ended up making over $126,000 since their first year in Team Roar, man. We absolutely fucking crushed it, man. This was the level I told you to buy call options on. And in terms of the pre-market chart, if you looked at the pre-market, all the pre-market chart was doing was just consolidating and forming support at the level I gave you, which was the best level to buy calls, like I had stated. And you could even see right here, there was a green bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmation at the level, which is another confirmation to either buy calls or get in. Inside of Team Roar, we did end up buying those SPY call options at the exact lows. One win is simply not enough. So of course we alerted Tesla call options as well for back-to-back wins. With that being said, in terms of the overall trades, you're going to see right here, we ended up buying 345 Tesla calls for 38 cents a contract at 9:32 a.m. We ended up buying 601 SPY calls for 40 cents a contract at 9:38 a.m. The best market open trades you are ever going to experience, where you can literally call it within the first 30 minutes of the day. And we did end up closing out for a 100% profit return. Then from there, we were finished with the coffee break. Now, let's get into the new game plan, man. In terms of the new game plan, this is going to be very, very simple. Based off of what I'm seeing, we can potentially have a bearish day, especially if we are gapping down. So in terms of the pattern that I brought awareness to in terms of the end of that previous video that I made, this is what I had talked about. I made it very, very clear. This is what the pattern looks like on the 10-day, 30-minute chart. SPY has a little uptrend, then it drops, then it has a very strong bullish recovery breaking out. And as you can see right here, SPY has a little uptrend, then it drops, then it has a very strong bullish uptrend, which is why I was telling you, along with the daily chart patterns, to be buying calls at that 599.5 level, along with historically Black Friday being a day where the market tends to be overall bullish, right? In terms of tomorrow, this can genuinely go either way. But if we are gapping down, it is going to be a confirmation to consider put options. This is what I want you to understand in terms of the overall chart. The levels are going to be fairly simple. In terms of previous support, you can see right here, there was a previous support channel, right? And just on one thing to clarify, right? If you're ever in SPY call options and you're trying to hold the trade, one strategy you can use as you are setting your profit stops is this. You can just keep on holding the trade. And then once you see a red bearish 30-minute candlestick confirmation forming on the 30-minute chart, then you can close out the trade. So when you close out that trade, you're either going to be profit stopped out before as it's pulling back on the 30-minute chart, or you're just going to close the trade if you didn't get profit stopped out as soon as the 30-minute candlestick closes red, right? I'm just giving you a quick trading tip there. But when you're doing that and you're just kind of holding out, right? Make sure you're moving your profit stop up higher and make sure it's worth holding, right? For something to be worth holding, you truly do have to understand how to measure the moves, how to measure the chart, and how to understand if it's going to be a bullish or bearish potential trend day, right? So I'm just giving you a tip in terms of a trade that has potential of being holding. Not every single trade has the potential to hold for a very long period of time. Now, in terms of the overall game plan, let's get into it. This is going to be simple. The SPY has previous support right here. The previous support is aligned with the previous closing price. So this is what I want you to understand, man. You can see right here, we had previous resistance levels on the SPY towards this 601. We have previous resistance right here towards 601.70. All the SPY was doing was breaking above that previous resistance level, right? And it just kept on breaking out. Then it started to consolidate and form some support, which ended up being at the previous closing price. So we previously closed at 602.55, and we have some support right here at 602 as well. So what I want you to understand is that is a previous support level. The SPY right now is gapping down. It is attempting to open up lower than the previous closing price. So what you need to understand is this. If we are gapping down tomorrow, the market is going to attempt to have a bearish trend day. In order for the bears to remain in control, we need to maintain below the previous closing price. So what would need to happen is the bears, if we are spiking back up, attempting to form a lower high, because again, we already cracked, we already reacted as a resistance, we already gapped down. So for the bears to maintain control, they need to turn this previous support channel into a roof, a ceiling, a new lower high, a resistance level. You see how this previous support right here, along with towards this previous closing price, is now reacting as a resistance, forming lower highs, turning previous support into resistance, right? A breakdown, a retest, reacting as a resistance, meaning new lower highs, previous support, resistance, meaning it's going to try to keep on going down for the bearish trend, right? So heading into tomorrow, the best level of interest for put options in terms of the resistance level, in terms of for the bears to remain in control, is the previous closing price, 602.55, and it's not just the previous closing price. The previous closing price is always considered a level to consider at trading at, but not every single previous closing price is created equally. This is a previous support to react as a resistance. This is a breakdown of support to react as a new lower high, a breakdown in retest, the inverse of the breakout and retest strategy where you can buy puts on this side, right? So if we're maintaining new lower highs, which should be simply forming resistance at the previous closing price or slightly under at 602 to 602.55, that means the bears are remaining in control. Now, that's the resistance level. So in terms of for the bears to gain control, they would need to, to truly take control and be full control, they would need to crack that support. So in terms of the support level that we would need to crack, I'm going to call it, it's going to be towards 601.50 to 670, that overall zone. If that zone is reacting as a resistance, reacting as a new lower high, breaking down, forming resistance, the SPY is going to experience a bearish trend day. So for the bears to remain in control, they need to maintain lower highs under 602.50 to 602. For the bears to be in full control, to crack below support, react as a resistance, for the massive move to the downside in terms of crack below support. Like I said, man, just keep an eye on that 601.60 to 660 overall, like an 80 cent to 1 point overall range, right? Once you see 601 to 600.60 react as a resistance, we are looking at an overall bearish move, a big drop, a bearish trend day to the next support level. Now, at this level is very likely, even on a bearish trending close day, that we can react to support, and it could be a good opportunity to buy calls and scalp against the overall trend. So this would be the level for calls if we're reacting bearish for a scalp against the trend. Previous resistance to react to support. As you can see right here, we have previous resistance right here at 598.80 to react to support. So once the SPY broke above this previous resistance level, it did not retest. It had a breakout and it just kept on going up. So once we drop back down to this previous resistance level, it's likely going to react as a support level for the breakout and retest, which is also aligned with another key level, the gap close reversal trading strategy that I've created. So we have the breakout and retest, the previous resistance to react to support, and then we have the gap reversal level, which is aligned exactly towards that level, which is going to be at 598.83. So as you can see, we do have a gap that is waiting to fill below on the SPY right here at 598.83. You combine those two strategies, you'll be unstoppable, especially when the SPY retests those levels in that zone for the strategy for the first time. That's where I'm interested in buying calls on a bearish trend day for a scalp. Use the bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations in between that zone of 598 to 599, be exact, 598.90 to 598.83. If you're seeing a bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmation patterns forming below that fucking level, then that's even better. Buy lower. Don't buy higher if there's no bullish confirmation, right? So if it's forming at a lower level, that's even fucking better. Now, in terms of the lower levels under that, 597.30 to 596.50, strong support, strong buy zone. The next strong support level in the next buy zone would be at 594.92, right? So I gave you the resistance levels to consider puts. I gave you the key breakdown level for support to consider puts to identify if it's going to be where the bears take full control. And I gave you the levels to buy call options to potentially scalp against a bearish trend day, right? Now, one thing I want to bring awareness to as well, in terms of this overall pattern, you need to keep an eye on this pattern because it can potentially repeat itself. And one of the ways that we're going to determine and confirm if it's going to repeat itself is by using the extended hours trading chart. So this is the pattern right here. The SPY is having a sharp move up and then it quickly drops. The SPY is having a sharp move up, then it quickly drops. And then as you can see, it has this slanted bullish trend day. It has this slanted bullish trend day. You see that pattern that's repeating? So in terms of what happens next, if this pattern repeats itself, this is what happens next. Take a look at the extended hours. You have a sharp move up during extended hours. You have a sharp move up during extended hours. And then the SPY starts to trend down. Now, there is some differences that are currently attempting to repeat. In terms of one difference, we're currently gapping down. So that's one slight difference. But you could see here we did end up, opening up flat with a very small gap down. Right now, we are having a slightly bigger gap down, about 1 point currently. But what you need to be aware of is in terms of this pattern, man, you could just see visually, the SPY started selling off, slanted to the right side. The SPY started to sell off, slanted to the right side. And then the next day, the exact highs was at the previous closing price. So in terms of a resistance level, the previous closing price is going to be the best level in terms of comparison to this pattern repeating itself, along with previous support right here has not been tested. Once it's tested, it's going to try to react as a resistance level since the SPY dropped and it's already trying to form lower highs and sell off with the gap down, right? So using the extended hours trading session, I want you to focus on a potential bearish move. So in terms of what you're going to be looking for in the pre-market for an overall bearish move, look for something like this. You see how there's support right here, and then we start to sell off. There's support right here, then we start to sell off. You see how this previous overall support tracks, spikes back up, reacts as a resistance, new lower highs. Previous support cracks, spikes back up, forms the new lower highs, reacts as a resistance, and it's aligned with the previous closing price. That's what you need to be looking for. Whenever you see that the SPY is cracking floors, right? So you have a 30-minute floor right here towards resistance. It cracks. It spikes back up. It's forming lower highs at previous support. Buy puts, red bearish 30-minute confirmation, right? Sell into the move, right? And then you can see right here, the new support is right here at a lower level. This support right here, we crack, spike back up, reacts as a resistance, new ceiling, new lower highs, new resistance. I want you to pay attention to that. If you are seeing the SPY cracking through levels on the 30-minute chart and we're having some nice quick drops, wait for it to spike back up. And once it retests, buy put options on the retest. I gave you the levels to do that on 602.50. And like I said, 602.50 is the resistance zone, right? 602 to 602.50 is the resistance zone. And then the support zone I gave you to do it on would be 601, 601 like 40 to 600.70. I gave you the levels, but what I'm telling you is in the pre-market, it could be slightly different, but those are the best fucking levels, man. And then in terms of lower levels, just keep on following that trend throughout the day for success. Sell into the moves, set profit stops. If you use this game plan, you should have a phenomenal green day, man. Losing should be a personal choice, just how it was on Friday, man. Like I said, man, the group was fucking starstruck. The silence was speaking volumes, man. We had new members. They couldn't believe on how easy this truly was. So with that being said, use this game plan and make money, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you the best levels in the game, and I'm showing you how to trade at these levels. I'm making you self-sufficient, and I'm giving you the best levels the day before the market's even open. Now, in terms of bullish theory, this is what you need to understand. For the bulls to maintain some slight control, for shit to just not hit the complete fucking fan, they need to stay above this 601.70, right? And that does not mean they're in control. That just means they're hanging on by a fucking thread. You understand? For the bulls to be in control, they need to break above resistance and react to support. So for the bulls to basically survive and hang on a fucking thread, they need to stay above 601.50 to 601.70, right? And then if we bottom out that zone, like I said, the SPY is going to try to spike to 602.50 and it will try to react bearish. But in order for the bulls to gain control in terms of the breakout and resistance, they need to hold above 601.60. That's the hanging on the thread support level. And they need to break above 602.50 and turn into a floor. So basically what I'm telling you is, man, the only reason to genuinely be bullish heading into tomorrow is if we break above 602.50, we start to spike into the 603s, drop back down, you're seeing a higher floor forming above 602.50, the higher support is forming. This previous support, it's breaking out, it's forming higher floors, it's no longer reacting as a resistance, right? That's the only fucking reason to be bullish heading into fucking tomorrow. Unless, like I said, you buy the dip at the gap, the 598.80. So calls, it's very simple. Look for a break above 602.50 into the 603 range. If it drops back down and it's forming bullish 30-minute candlestick patterns, it's forming bullish 30-minute support at this 602.50, then the bulls are taking control. Other than that, I would stay the fuck away from calls unless we go to 598.30. 598.80 gap to 599. Listen, man, this game plan is bullet fucking proof. There's going to be multimillionaires. They're listening right now. They're going to be executing out this fucking game plan. They're going to be in shit fucking rich. If you want to follow along, that's your fucking choice. I give you the opportunity to be self-sufficient. I show you the exact levels, the most precise levels, the best fucking levels in the fucking game. And I teach you the confirmations and the strategies to use this level. I'm being very honest and very blunt with you, man. This game plan is the best fucking game plan. You use this game plan tomorrow, you're going to be printing money at the speed of fucking light. Only reason to be bullish, break above 602.50, a strong floor above with strong bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations. You're going to need the best fucking confirmations in the fucking planet if we're buying calls that fucking high with this bearish move that can potentially set up. 602.50 reacting bearish, we're in on puts. Crack under 601, 601.50 reacting bearish, we're in on puts, riding it back down, and then calls at the gap, calls at the previous resistance, breakdown, retest, react to support. I'm giving you the keys to the promised land. I'm giving you the keys to fucking success. You need to trade at these levels and use the confirmations that I've been giving you at these levels. I'm telling you, man, I am very confident in this fucking game plan. And I just know this is going to be an amazing week for Team Roar, and this is going to be an amazing day to be trading heading into tomorrow. So if you're serious about trading alongside with us and gaining access to our real-time zero-date options train alerts, our real-time zero-date options train analysis, our market analysis, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. Everything we do is alerted in real time. We alert the trades 100% in real time, man. I give you the game plan a day before to make money, to get, to literally prepare you a day before in advance to make money, right? To have that preparation. I give you the opportunity to become self-sufficient and to make money before you even join the fucking group. So if you're interested in joining, man, follow the game plan, use the levels, make money, become self-sufficient. Then if you like, by all means, join the fucking group, man. But like I said, you should be making money before you're even in the fucking group. Do you understand? I'm giving you the best levels in the fucking market, and I'm teaching you exactly how to trade at these overall levels, man. So use the levels, use the game plan, make money, become self-sufficient. And when you're serious about trading alongside with us, and like I said, when you trade alongside with us, you're going to learn how to trade as well, because you're going to see our trades in real time. It's all going to start to make sense. It's going to start to click when you actually see the trades written in stone in real fucking time, man. Like I said, I give you the game plan, and then surely enough, we execute the game plan to a fucking T. The whole team was in on call options, man. Literally nobody's leaving. Nobody's canceling the fucking group. Nobody's canceling the subscription. They fucking love it. We have a money printing machine. We print money nonstop. I prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices. I give you the best levels in the game, and I teach you how to confirm if the level's going to work in the direction, right? And I give you some sort of bias on certain levels on which direction it's likely going to be heading into. I teach you the price action. I teach you how to trade the chart, and we trade the chart with our fucking hearts. That's why this is working so well, man. But look, man, I give you the game plan. I give you the opportunity to make money. I give you the group, the organization to join if you like, where everything is alerted out in real fucking time. Listen, man, losing is a personal choice. If you're serious about making money and gaining access to the best zero-date options trades within the game, it is the first link down below within the description, man. I'm telling you, the testimonials I've seen in this group, we had one member make 5 figures on Friday. We had one member, like I said, man, they literally said they made $500 in a day, 252 trading days in a year. This year alone, they're up over $126,000, paying $150 a month to make over 6 figures on a year. You ask me? That's a good fucking investment. Hell, the group must be fucking free. So it's the first link down below in the description. If you're serious about making money, you gain access to all of our real-time trade alerts. Just to give you some background to our unique trade alert system, this is not just buy and sell alerts, you know? Some people, they say entry, they say exit. No, this is a unique trading alert system that makes other people money. So to give you some background to the system that we've created, very simple. We don't use stop losses. We don't use stop losses. We don't set stop losses. You can put in your entire risk per trade into these cheap, low risk option contracts as your entire position size. You know exactly how much money you can potentially risk losing, right? You know exactly how much money you're going to potentially lose if the trade doesn't work out. You know, the most you lose is what you put into the options, which could be your max risk per trade as your entire position size, right? It could be literally a couple, as small as just like, you know, a couple percent of your account on the trade, right? Obviously, if you have a small account, you're going to have to risk more. But with just one contract, these are the lowest risk, cheapest barrier to entry. Like the trades we're entering, they're 30, 40, 50 cents a contract, right? So it's very, very cheap. It's very, very low risk. You can make good money and grow your account percentage-wise as well and compounding it by not risking a lot. The percentage gains do the work for us, not the dollars. So with that being said, like I said, man, the system is very, very simple. It's cutting edge in a sense because you can put in your entire position size as your max risk per trade. Therefore, if the trade goes to zero and expires worthless and you don't cut the loss, the most you lose is your max risk per trade, just as any other trader would lose. Except with us, we don't use a stop loss. And this is cutting edge because we don't get stopped out on our trades, right? A zero-date option can quickly drop 30 to 50%, but it can recover throughout the day if you hold and it goes in the money, right? So when this happens, when we're down on a trade, let's say we're down 50%, we call that a dead play, right? So let's say we buy contracts at 50 cents, they drop to 25 cents. 50% of the time, when we choose to hold that dead play, it comes back to life and we sell it in the money for profits. We're buying further out of the money, right? So in terms of this situation, we bought the dip at 599.50. We went further out of the money. We went with the 601.5 strike, so nearly 2 points out of the money. And then we sell deep in the money. That's what we like to do. So we go, you know, further out of the money and we sell deep in the money, right? So it's very cutting edge to remove a stop loss and then to hold the trade and have it go in the money and sell for overall gains, right? Going deep in the money, it's going to beat that fucking theta decay. Now, with that being said, in terms of, you know, another part of our system, we set profit stops. We set profit stops to ensure that we win on the trade. When we're green and we're up 10% plus, set a profit stop. If you are green on a trade and you set a profit stop, it is impossible to go green to red. You'll be stopped out for a profit. But if you set a stop loss, it's possible to lose on the trade, right? So we're doing the complete opposite of what everybody else is doing. And we're trading the overall trend. And we tend to time it extremely perfectly. You're going to see, especially on a morning trade, it's fucking crazy. But even if we enter a trade, it's not timed perfectly. When we're on the right side of the trend, it comes back to life and it goes in the money and we sell for overall gains and we hold the fucking trade. There is no fucking stop losses, man. If you want to stop losing, remove that stop loss. With that being said, man, we're doing the complete opposite of what everyone else. In terms of one way that we do increase the winning, we increase our wins by holding for the bigger wins. Instead of getting in and out for a quick 5, 10, 20% win, we increase the winning by holding for bigger wins. And we protect the wins by setting the profit stops. And one way we increase the winning as well, when we are typically green on a trade, we have noticed when we use winning confirmations and we trade with our hearts, the vast majority of the time, the winning tends to continue to go in our favor. So when we're quickly up a little bit and we see a reason to add, a confirmation to add to the trade, to the winner, we like to add to winners, not fucking losers. On a loser, we'll just hold the dead play, or if not, if we see a reason to get out, confirmation, we'll just cut it for like a 30 to 50% loss and move on to the next massive fucking win over 100%. But anyways, we like to add to winners to increase the fucking winnings, because when we're up a small amount for us, we're going out of the money. So a small amount for us is like 5, 10, 20%, right? We actually make big fucking gains both ways. We add to fucking wins. We add to fucking wins to increase the fucking gains, because when we're up a little bit, we tend to go up a lot of it. We tend to go up a lot, right? So with that being said, we're up like 5, 10, 20%, set the profit stop. If there's a confirmation to add to the win, we add to the fucking win, increase the fucking winning. We get stopped out for profit. It protects our new average cost through that profit stop. And, adding to the wins increases the fucking winning. And it's just very simple, man. We sell into the moves and we move the profit stop up higher to ensure that we get stopped out for profits and we don't give back the bulk of our gains within the market. If you set a profit stop and the trade keeps going up in your favor, you need to move the profit stop up higher to ensure that you don't give back the bulk of your overall gains and you protect those gains, right? And we also sell into the moves. So listen, man, we have the highest win rate in the game doing this. I mean, you're well aware. This is the only trading channel in existence that gives you a plan a day before the market opens. And the plan is the exact lows on the day. And even in the fucking title, I give you the print. In the fucking title, it said buy calls at 599.50. This is the only channel in fucking history that does this. We give you the opportunity to make money before you join the group. We give you the opportunity to become self-sufficient before you join the group. So for those of you who would like to join the group, I can assure you this is the best time to join the group. And if you join this group, I'm telling you, with what is that we have, we are going to have a very successful trading day heading into tomorrow. And we have the highest win rate in the game doing this. And this is the best trading system you can possibly optimize for. For those of you who trade with real money, what better than far the money option contracts? With these contracts, they're cheap. Cheap means low risk. You put in less money, you make more money, you let the percentage gains do the work for you. You let the unique option give you options. Options will give you options, but far out of the money options, the zero date options, will give you the most options. Because with these options, you don't need a stop loss, which saves you from losing. And it gives you a decision whether you want to exit that trade or not with the proper confirmation if you're down on the overall trade. A stop loss doesn't give you a decision. A stop loss is set at a level where it's designed to stop you out at that specific level instead of seeing how it reacts at that specific level, right? So it prevents you from losing. It prevents you from getting stopped out. It prevents you from putting a lot of money in to make some good money. Because over here, we put less in, we pay less, and we let the percentage gain do the work for us. And we do know how to trade, and we do like to win fucking big as well. So, we'll risk a little bit more at times, and we'll add to the fucking winners, because when we win, we tend to win fucking big, and it always outweighs the losses, right? And the percentage gains do all the fucking work for us, man. Like I said, we're just doing the complete opposite of what every other group is doing out there. We're just giving you the levels and the plans to make money. And I'm literally showing you exactly how we traded at these fucking levels, man. It was fucking brilliant. We had back-to-back 100% profit returns. Who do you know does that? I give you a plan a day before in advance. We trade the game plan to a fucking T. We run up calls back-to-back 100% profit returns, man. Losing is a fucking choice. I got many multimillionaires using my fucking levels, man. They're fucking banking off my levels, dude. I got other fucking companies in this fucking industry. They're trying to fucking emulate me. They're trying to fucking imitate me. I'm like, dude, I'm the creator of this. You understand? I create all this. I run this. You understand? The multimillionaires, they work for me. So with that being said, if you are serious about making money, the best decision you can make is to click the first link down below with the description and trade alongside with us. I will see you guys tomorrow within the group. We're going to absolutely crush it, regardless if you join or not. I'm telling you, man, use this plan. I am so fucking confident in my abilities to make money with everything it is that we know of and that we're aware of and everything that we have, right? And all the fucking multimillionaires alongside with us is going to fucking work. So trade at the levels, use the confirmations at the levels, and you're going to fucking bank, man. Losing's a fucking choice. I will see you guys tomorrow within Team Roar. We're going to absolutely crush it heading into the week.